Wow, this video has been giving me so many problems today. I woke up, found out that the render failed, so I had to go back and attempt to re-render it, but then it told me that it never auto-saved, which it auto-saves every 5 minutes, so I don't know how it didn't. I even checked all the folders and everything, but I had to re-edit the entire video this morning, so I haven't even started filming this video yet, and then I go to render it, and halfway through, this thing, which, by the way, is annoying me a lot lately, if I just, like, poke the wire, if I poke the wire, like, at all, it'll literally disconnect mid-render and fail the export. So now I'm rendering for the third time, and yeah, so this video will be rendered in 1 hour and 57 minutes, which, by the way, is like a very, very fast render time for me, if you're wondering. So rendering is the most annoying part of making videos, and then another 2 hours to upload because I'm in the hostel where the Wi-Fi sucks. So this video is late, not my fault, sorry, but time to start my day. But getting ready to head out today so far. As far as my diet goes, this place gives us free breakfast. They don't have healthy choices, but it gives me a way to get a bunch of carbs in, which is my hardest thing to hit at the moment, just because, you know, it feels like there's not enough time in the day to eat all those carbs. When I'm at home, it would probably be different, like in Madrid home. But here in Barcelona so far today, I've had these like little muffin things, which are around 15 fats and like 60 carbs for the amount that I had. I had a little bowl of cereal, a little bit of pineapple, and stuff like that. Basically, my main protein that I've had today has come from yogurt, and that's pretty much it. And then like miscellaneous protein in stuff. But I'm having these turkey right now. I already had half this packet. This whole packet, both of them that I'm about to eat, is about 39 protein, has high carb for whatever reason, like 35 protein too, and it's like, I don't know why, not that much sugar either, and 7 fat. So gonna get the second one done just to get some extra protein in and have time to cook or anything. So we'll do chicken later tonight. I'm supposed to go out to dinner tonight around 10:30, but so far my diet today has been pretty good. I'm looking at having another 130 grams of protein, which is fine. I can easily do that. Around 30 grams of fat and around 150 to 160 grams of carbs. So we're looking pretty good. It's only like 4 p.m. right now, so got some time. But I'm gonna eat this, finish getting ready, upload that video, head out to meet my friends. They went out a few hours ago, so yes, I did miss out on some cool stuff already today, but priorities is YouTube, so gotta get the video up.
Well, no big deal, just failed for a 4th time, just another 2 hours wasted, so it's a total of 6 or 8 hours so far, just down the drain.
I'm really trying here, guys, but this is the stuff you don't see, so just know that there's a lot of stuff that goes into these videos, so any support on them means the world, because I'm about to lose my mind. So as I mentioned last night, my hostel has a pretty cool rooftop thing, so I'm going to go up there and show you guys that right now. I'm not going to really film anything up there, just going to show you around. You can see how cool it is. So yeah, it's not like a super high rooftop, but it's a pretty cool view. Especially down there, it's like mountains and stuff on the buildings. And in the middle of Barcelona, there's like this really big, like egg-looking space shuttle building, and it lights up at night, so I'll try to get a shot of that at night for you. But it looks pretty cool. I don't even know what it is though. I think it's just offices, but really, really strange. But yeah, so there's just like this like under the roof area. People are sitting and listening to music and vending machines and that kind of stuff. And then there's some chairs, lounge area. Pretty chill little spot. So unfortunately, because of all that rendering stuff, I don't think tonight is gonna have any time for the gym. But listen, it's okay, because here's what a lot of people don't understand. They think they have to be on a set workout split to where it's, they go to the gym Monday through Friday, Saturday off, Sunday back in the gym, or whatever the case may be. But the way I break my split down is I just make sure that within a 7-day period, I get 6 workouts in. So that means I can pick any of those days for rest. Normally, I like to listen to my body and just take that one rest day when I know is best as far as like my soreness. Do I not feel good one day? Is too much stuff going on one day? And then in this case, that would be the case. memory card got full. But like I said, I'm in Barcelona. I might never come back here, and if I do, you know, it's gonna be different. There'll be other stuff going on in my life. So, but today has just been such a draining day as far as trying to get this video uploaded. I know most of you probably just like, shut up about the video, but it's a large portion of my day. So I'm just telling you guys how it is. But today I'm gonna have to take the rest day versus a few days from now. And it's fine because, you know, I'm traveling and stuff. It's just not a good day for working out, because if I went to the gym, that's another 2 hours taken away from the vacation, or not even vacation, but this trip that I've been paying money to be at. So if you were in my shoes, you might do the same thing. If not, it's cool. But my friend's gonna get back really soon, and then we're gonna head out. I actually think I might hit the grocery store before they get back, so we'll see. Pretty nice day in Barcelona today. It's probably around 60 or 65 degrees, not windy at all, super sunny. But that's gonna end soon because I'm starting my day pretty close to when it starts to get dark. Made it to the grocery store. I'm pretty sure this is the best priced and leanest chicken in the whole store. Besides the chicken, I picked up a 0-calorie Monster just because I was running low, and also this Vitamin Well water. It was like on sale for like $1.80, but I don't know, I just feel like I need it right now, so I'm just gonna drink this on the way home. And would you look at that, came back home only to find the 4th or 5th failed render attempt, stuck at 76%, just 27 minutes shy of actually making it this time. So while I'm waiting for that nightmare to render up, I'm gonna go walk and meet some friends. They're at the beach right now looking at the sunset. I'll miss it, but I'll meet up with them. They're getting dinner later.
That's like the best so the white truffle.
Alright, so we are at some fancy Italian place, and I have a ton of calories to play with, so I'm gonna get some pasta. I have 150 carbs left, 30 fats, and a protein. So when I get home, I actually still have to cook chicken and eat that. But for now, I have to get a pretty solid meal, eliminate all my carbs and fats, and then I can just literally just have chicken when I get back. I'm gonna try to track this as best as I can. I'm gonna show you what I eat, estimate the macros, and then later on when it's quiet and I can talk better, explain to you how I estimated those macros. So really, really, really nice place. I just wish I wish I wasn't cutting, but I can still get something good. I saved a lot of carbs for this.
So this first plate of pasta I actually split with a few friends, and the sauce wasn't oily at all. Most of the sauces I ate weren't oily. This one just had a little bit of, it was like kind of like buttery. So there was probably some fats in there. I would estimate maybe around 11 or 12 grams of fat. And as far as carbs go, maybe around 30. Protein, maybe 5 to 10. That's pretty accurate in my opinion, just because it wasn't that much food. The second one was a seafood thing, but I didn't eat seafood, so I took the mussels that were on top of it and gave it to someone else. There was a light butter sauce on it. Like I said, again, not that much oil at all. This one was just carb heavy, so I'd estimate this one around 10 to 12 fat as well, and probably around maybe 45 to 50 grams of carbs. And I love gnocchi, so this one was the best tasting by far. I actually removed all the cheese off, so I don't have to worry about any of those fats. The fats in the sauce weren't probably too high because it was mainly a tomato sauce. I know it looks kind of orange, but it was mainly tomatoey and it didn't taste oily. You know how you can taste oil in sauce sometimes, so it didn't seem too heavy in fat. I would estimate anywhere from 10 to 15 grams of fat in this sauce. Keep in mind, these plates were small. I'm taking an aerial shot, so it looks bigger than what it actually is, but I would estimate this one to be around 60 grams of carbs, and like I said, 10 to 12 fat, and probably 10 to 15 protein, because gnocchi is usually a little bit higher in protein. But I didn't eat the cheese, so it wasn't as fatty as this picture looks.
Okay guys, today I want to talk about how to track your macros and how to estimate macros while you're at a restaurant. So for tracking macros in general, I believe in the US there's like a law that's every time a location has, or a business has 6 different locations, they legally have to claim nutrition facts online or in some database. So if you're looking at like Subway, Chick-fil-A, like all those places, they're huge chains, but even smaller chains can sometimes have nutrition facts. So always make sure before anything, Google the restaurant name and then nutrition or something like that, and usually you can find something. You can also try searching MyFitnessPal. Sometimes they have some data in there from people that have just manually entered it or something like that. When you're at a place that does not have a chain and it's just a single location, like for example where I just was last night, today's the next day, I figured I'd record this the next day when it's cool looking out, but you have to use your best judgment. You'll never be able to estimate exactly, but I've been tracking macros for years. As you track macros and you get better at it,
you start to understand when things are going to be higher in certain numbers or lower in certain numbers. So things like pasta, even though it's mainly a giant thing of carbs, it's going to have a little bit of protein because it just has protein in it, but usually it's cooked in some oils and stuff. However, you can always taste it. Like, for example, as I was telling you guys last night, the oil in the pasta seemed like almost none. There wasn't any left on the plate. There wasn't really any that feeling of oil in my mouth or in the sauce or anything. So I don't think it was as fatty as general pasta would be at like a cheap place. I think it was really just high quality food. So it wasn't too fatty, which is nice. Even if I went over my fats a little bit, it's okay because I went a little bit under my protein. So I average my calories out around the same every day, but that's another topic. It's very simple to estimate macros. All you have to do, remember this when you're at a restaurant, look at the food you're eating, judge the place. Everyone's like, don't judge a book by its cover, but judge the place. Is it a high quality place? Do you think they actually take the time to get good ingredients and not just junk ingredients that are high in fat and a bunch of stuff like that? How big is the portion size? But so besides all that, look at the plate that you're about to eat. Look at what's on the food. Like, for example, if you had a burger from a restaurant, no sides, we're talking about the burger. There's going to be a bun, a patty, probably a piece of cheese, and some vegetables. Don't worry about the vegetables. Don't even track them. They're almost non-existent. Just look at the bun, the cheese, and the patty. The patty, most restaurants, unless you're at some really nice one, is probably 80-20, 80% ground beef, 20% fat, that ratio. And the cheese is probably around 6 grams of fat, 6 grams of protein, and anywhere from 2 to 5 carbs. That's what the average slice of cheese is going to be. And the bun is anywhere from 25 to 40 grams of carbs, probably 5 to 10 grams of protein, maybe not 10. The bagels are sometimes 10, maybe like 5 to 8 for a bun, and probably 2 or 3 fat. So that's like the average thing. If it's something crazy like pasta, it's hard to measure that because pasta, has oils and stuff like that. So always try to pick an item that you can probably estimate. I was at an Italian food place and my only option was pasta or steak. Steak is definitely really high in fat, so I didn't want to have the steak. I also just had a ton of carbs, so I got pasta. But try to avoid all situations to where you have an item that's hard to track like that. Try to get stuff like burgers and sandwiches and stuff where you can literally see every ingredient and then estimate it. Now you also have to keep in mind that if you're cutting versus when you're bulking, there's two different things that are going to happen. One, when you're cutting, you should always overestimate. I'm a big believer in that because the worst thing that could happen is that you tracked more than you needed and you might be a little bit under on your calories versus way over. And vice versa when you're bulking. When you're bulking, you should always underestimate. That way, in case the food was lower in calorie than you thought, you underestimated so that you ate maybe a little bit above or what you're supposed to eat, if that makes sense. So when your goal is to eat more calories in order to gain weight, you should always underestimate what you eat. That way you definitely got enough calories versus when you're cutting, always overestimate. That way you can make sure you at least hit your calories or didn't hit them. Obviously you always want to try to hit your calories when you're cutting, but when you go out to eat, things can happen. So that's my advice. Find items that you can probably easily track. Double check to make sure that they don't have their nutrition facts online already, and always keep in mind that like those type of things aren't super accurate, but it's a good window to use for like guidance. And 3, just really look at it and either figure out if you're going to underestimate a little bit or overestimate depending on your goal. And one last tip, guys, take the time to search. If you're not sure, like if you're a beginner and you don't know the macros of a slice of cheese or something, Google it. Google American cheese slice and figure out what it is. Like, just take a little bit of time. It'll all add up and it'll all be worth it. Use things like MyFitnessPal, use things like Google, use things like the restaurant's website or a similar restaurant's website. There's a lot of stuff you can do, but always try to do your best to estimate, because I'm telling you guys, tracking your macros is key to any fitness goal, unless you're just someone who doesn't want to track macros and that's not something you're worried about. If you're worried about appearance and you're worried about, getting to a certain goal like I am right now, then you have to track your macros, in my belief. And if you go, there's going to be times where you go out to restaurants with friends like I did last night, traveling and stuff, and being with friends is a big thing. So I did my best to estimate, and that's what you guys should do as well. So let me know if you have any questions about that. I can go into deeper detail about how to estimate, but I think in my opinion, it's a pretty simple concept. It's literally just guesstimating or guessing, and then trying kind of either like undercut or add a little bit on top of that to make sure you're in a good range. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys. I'm just here on my rooftop at my hostel. Pretty nice. But I'm gonna go back inside now, finish editing this. It's literally done. I just have to add this clip on, color correct it, and render and upload. Hopefully it doesn't fail rendering again. But if you're enjoying this series, guys, please leave a like on these videos. It helps so much when you leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't, and comment below. I love reading your comments. Ask a question. I'll feel free to answer it there. All that kind of stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching these videos. Every day we're gonna be uploading. I leave Barcelona tomorrow morning and head back to Madrid. So you'll be seeing me back at home, and I can finally get organized. So I think tomorrow's video is gonna be a grocery haul and a workout. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Figured I'd give you one last view of our rooftop.